Hello everyone, Granite Roots. It's Saturday morning and I saw our Borderland was mostly not our color, so I tagged up to see if we can make it right. In this guild right here that we're fighting, we run to them a lot, and typically they're a comp group. I just had some peeps, just some good random players that joined up and decided to follow. We actually were able to really, with a pug group, win quite a few fights against this comped guild group, and we're not even voice chat or anything, so I want to say right from the top these guys did extremely well. And some of the times we were even mildly outnumbered by like one or two peeps, so still against the comp group I'm very proud of my group and the work they did and the work that we did today. And I gotta say too, as much as I always talk about how well the spear is, I think also a skill that's often underused when you're running a heal brand in World vs. World is your Tome 1 skills. Anyway, we're at Hills. Had one guy up here, he was separated, he was their healer, kind of like my counterpart. And so we were able to put him down just before his crew comes up, and so I think it made it easier because they're running, like I said, a comp group. I wouldn't necessarily, I don't think it's a boon ball, but they definitely had skills that complemented each other. And we started out outnumbered here, but I think we, well, except for the first guy because we ganked him, and then about the rest of these guys, I think we again did a good job putting them down and pushing them off. And you can see through some of these videos how much I actually enjoy using Tome 1 skills. So I'm gonna bring my boy back. I know I shouldn't do that again as a healer, but smaller groups you can get away with a bit more. But that, when watching this video, when I was going through editing it, might be why this guy died, allowing another guy to rally. So that was kind of, I probably should have just done the healing thing. I just hate losing peeps. I think that's something I still need to work on, is how to triage that. But this was a good fight, and later on I think these guys were running more of a boon comp. We ended up having to win fights with them by clouding, which is not my favorite strategy, but it is effective and you use what works. Alright, here they are again, coming after us. See, so it's the same guild. I think they were just maybe looking for some fights, which is fine. We'll give them those fights. That's what I like to do. And the guys that were with me were really good at it. Like I said, everybody, see, we're outnumbered here as well. Everybody in my in this squad and group, even a couple people not in squad following us, just I think they were just really a bunch of roamers that know how to fight, just kind of working together. I like to use Tome 1-3 skills also when people are down, because that helps mess with their trying to rally heal ticks or whatever. So that's good. Alright, next up, what do we have? Oh yeah, so this was a kind of continuation of the last clip. We'd headed towards the tower and it was already open, so we came up. So we're just kind of doing some low skills on the Lord Saber rotations. These guys are coming in, they're going to keep coming in, and we're going to keep pushing them back. Again, a great take on the tower. We had a couple guys, or at least one guy that stayed on the Lord, kept him in combat. But again, great fighting, everybody that was here. Really had a lot of fun today. We did have some losses, you can see a couple, because there are some days, especially running a smaller group, you're going to fight big Zergs that you were going to lose horribly. But you can't let that get to you because you're already outnumbered anyway. And if we weren't on our own home Borderland with stuff, I probably would have just not even bothered and let them take it and then just back cap. But I like to defend home Borderland stuff, and I'll try any of these big groups at least a few times. Alright, so these guys are done. We end up, see, we're capping the tower, rings up. Wonderful. Alright, here's one of the losses. You can see I'm kind of by myself. Rings up. I figure this is just kind of like peeing in their Cheerios. Just gonna see if I can make them take longer. So this is one clip where, just look at that. We had what, 5 people in squad, maybe if you follow, and they get like 20, 30 plus. That's okay. And then you're gonna see again at the northeast tower. Same idea. It was the same group. And I'm gonna go in and, like I said, I'm gonna pee in their Cheerios. And I think I managed to stay alive a little bit longer this time. Not much, but it's also good practice. But I'm always going to try. I may lose, but I also win. Alright, this was an even bigger group. This looked like they got more of their guild mates together for this one. And we're going to come around. And these guys did much better this time. I tried to tell them about clouding and to not just run in. And then you're going to see once we get like 3 or 4 downs, then I'm going to run in. And then we can run in pounce drop. That's me typing to them. That's what that pause was. We're going to run in drop, and I'm going to drop tome 1 skills on them to get the burn. I'm going to circle around. I would hope that some more would have followed me, but I guess it works out. I'm going to drop the line to separate them. That's how we started winning from these guys, separating out the tail. In most fights, I mean, that's the best way to win, is just start picking pieces off the tail. So you're going to see a bunch of downs here in a second, and pulling out one guy at a time that we see. We put them down, and then we just kind of block them. There we go. Going to have a bunch of downs. So they are. I'm going to zoom right onto them. And we're going to finish this off. Great job. That was perfect job with them clouding and keeping them in the middle. Sometimes you can have the best comp and just a whole bunch of roaming clouders can take you apart. Great example is that guild that shall not be named. This one we kept going around and around with these guys. That's why they're at our gate, because we kept coming out at different times. And so finally, again, I told them we need to cloud and pull apart, grab the guys in the back line, the tail, and people that are lagging behind. And we also started concentrating, focusing targets. Staying off the healers, just going for their weaker DPSs, and we have victory. See, this guy got away from his, and this wasn't that, this time wasn't that guild we've been fighting all day. This was just a bunch of other greens. Oh, yeah, it was those greens. They usually run a pretty good comp guild, but it's not all that same guild. I'm gonna get rid of the Spectre. He's gonna do something that you shouldn't do unless he did it as a distraction. You don't really want to use Shadow Refuge in the middle of a fight, because everybody's going to load their AoE in there and you're just going to get killed if you try it, because you have to stay in there for it to take effect. So this Spectre is gone. And I think that is our last fight in the video, so thank you for watching. We found this entertaining, I had a lot of fun, and great job getting everybody that was there, and have a most excellent day.